Good morning, cultists. Welcome back to another Unbalanced Breakfast with Cthulhu Loops. Let's play some more Tyranny and do some more reading as we start the episode by speaking with verse. You've carved out a real knack for yourself by breaking the Overlord's edicts left and right. Whatever Tunon is paying you for your services, I'd say you're due for a raise. How does it feel, not only have you given voice to the Overlord's will, but you're breaking Kyros' magic left and right? I'm exposing myself to powers I don't understand. War is about taking risks, and you're putting yourself out there more than anyone. I can't help but respect that. I'm here if you need me, but I don't have a mind for arcane wisdom. I'll do whatever I can to get a little gang through this war, and if it ever looks like your strength is flagging, I'll put you out of your misery and take control. Cheer up.
What do you need?
Alright, cool.
What did you have in mind?
Talk about our travels, and any particular reason you've chosen to travel with me?
Well, if you're baiting me for a compliment, you're talking to the wrong girl. I don't have a gang anymore, and I wouldn't throw in my lot with any of the killers floating around the Scarlet Chorus ranks. The fact of the matter is you're doing important work, even if you stumble and flail along the way.
Hey man.
If that puts me at odds with my Scarlet Chorus ties, so be it. I'm not such a camp follower that I don't look after my interests first. And I find you interesting.
Well.
You've satisfied your curiosity, so let me satisfy mine. Why are you keeping a little scrap of a thing like me around?
Oh, well. We'll see if this goes anywhere. I doubt it. I don't think Obsidian's known for their romance and whatnot stuff, right? So I have feelings for you. Bow chicka bow wow.
That's rich. What is it about me that squeezes your bellows? The bloodstains on my armor or the lice crawling underneath it?
Oh, that's nasty.
I hope I don't need to remind you that we're in a war. Find somewhere better to exercise your restless self. If not the battlefield, then a brothel. It always works for me when there's no sport around.
Well then.
Go ahead, Fatebinder.
Fine, spurn my advances, why don't you? I'll just go over there in that corner of the spire and cry. Beric, maybe I can ask you the same thing? This spire allows for such a long and uninterrupted view. Beric glances over the edge with hesitation and then shivers. I find restraint and limitations more to my liking, though. Though it is nice to feel a breeze running through these plates of solid rust.
My Lord Binder, what can I do for you?
Meaty concerns? What do you think of our circumstances? The Overlord and Umlaut stand for civil war between the Archons. I would like to think that Tunon would broker peace between the two, but there's too much hostility between Graven Ash and the voices of Nerat. We are not powerless to help the situation. We can try to find ways to stop the voices of Nerat or discredit him in the Overlord's eyes. If the voices were eliminated, the chorus would collapse and the infighting would cease. What are your thoughts on me and my deeds? The disfavored loathe you. Each day I spend with you no doubt harms my standing in the Legion. I am bound to not kill you while you sleep, but know that I would likely win the Legion's favor with such a move. Any reservations I have aside, your military record speaks for itself. You are Tunon's Fatebinder, and my opinions on the matter don't come into it one way or another. What do you think of our travel companions? Right, I already asked you this before about other stuff, right? Let's talk about something else. Meaty concerns? Oh no, I already did that. My goodness. Alright, we'll talk later. I could talk to Kills and Shadows, but I don't think she's got too much interesting stuff to say right now.
That's twice now. By Kyros' icy nethers, twice! Edicts have been broken before, but never in all my many years have I heard of one person doing it twice.
Maybe later I'll slay an Archon. Still planning my day.
I think that's a jest. But others will see your actions and assume you're capable of just about anything, especially slaying an Archon.
So what's on your mind? Did you want to discuss matters of the present, or would you like prefer a more scholarly rant? So I have some questions for you.
I am nothing if not a semi-reliable font of knowledge. What did you want to discuss?
I guess I'll like to know more about you. Me? Well, fine. I'm not a very fascinating subject. I study interesting people. Enough to know that I'm not one of them. Maybe we'll talk more later. I don't know. How much reputation do I have with these guys? Where is it? Missives? No, it's not missives. Reputation, there we go. So Lantry, we're pretty good. Maybe need a little bit more. Need a reputation change of major strength to unlock this tier. Barrack, we're good too. You fear me a little bit, which is kind of a shame. First, okay. Right. Ebb. Kills in Shadow. Nothing. Actually, then why don't I talk to Kills in Shadow just to kind of like remedy that?
Fatebinder wants Beast Woman?
Again, not in that way, but anyways. The reek of an unwashed feral animal, bloodied and battle-worn, swathes you like a wet blanket, and you breathe through your mouth to keep from retching. Ooh, Had any good hunts lately?
Good, yep. And many more than 5.
The beast woman flexes and curls her claws in the air, the pitch blackness of them suddenly striking. A stark reminder of their power, their ability to kill.
Waded up deep, murky stream near disfavored camp. Pawed in mud of bank, but did not leave tracks. Crept low and quiet to tent flap, scenting with tongue. Caught ironclads and dragged, squirming like hurt rabbits, into cold black depths of river.
Very cool.
Disfavored cannot swim like Beast Woman, only can sink.
Fatebinder wants you to bathe. If you're going to follow me, I'd like to know more about you. Kills in Shadow puffs her hairy naked teats out. Okay.
Am best hunter.
She boasts, scratching one idly. What are her teats? Okay.
Am last of tribe. Tribe who killed king vipers, Alarion, and thorn stags extinct. Am alpha. Brood mother. Can smell earthblood like mystic. What else does Alpha to Kills in Shadow long to know?
Kills in Shadow, that's an interesting name.
Best hunter is clever hunter. Stalk slow and soft. Pat, silent. Strikes fast. Kills without hesitation.
She talks funnily. How did you end up with Stone Stalkers?
Am not Stone Stalker.
The beast woman snarls. She bristles, flexing her back and shoulders before settling back on her haunches.
Lost tribe. Left Haven lands. Migrated east. Was alone long time. Hunted many humans. Killed. Raged like undying fire. Then found pack of stone whelps. Caitiffs, outcasts of tribe, who needed Alpha.
Could your tribe have been that different? I've run afoul of many a beastman in my day, and I find nothing that distinguishes their savage numbers.
Eavesdrop much, buddy? We're having a conversation over here, man.
Stay and see. We'll think Kills in Shadow memorable when insides are being ripped, slow dripping from ironclad shell.
If you're not a Stone Stalker, why were you leading a pack of beastmen from that tribe?
Is true. Am Shadow Hunter from Havenlands, but am last of tribe.
Oh. She dips her head in thought, long tongue laving dried blood from her bottom lip. She worries the lip between her fangs and bright fresh blood beads anew.
After tribe was slain, Kills in Shadow looked to Stone Lands, stalking on long hunt for disfavored, but soon became needed by weak whelps, by stone stalkers who had been slaves and had not learned how best to fight.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you seem like a born killer.
Did not kill out of mother's womb. All whelps suckle first, learn later. Beast Woman's first blood was in second season after birth.
So when you were 2 years old? Kills in Shadow hacks, a clear sign of her amusement. I'd like to know more about your tribe. Her lips peel back in a sneer and growls low from the back of her throat. Let's talk about something else. Scratches her hairy, taut plane of her stomach and snorts.
Lead conversation. Beast Woman will follow.
More about you? No?
Am last of tribe.
Right, okay.
Lead conversation. Beast Woman will follow.
Opinion on something. The Beast Woman rises up in response, lumbering over you. Pale scars cut stark against her dark pelt. She inhales a sharp, deep whiff. Her upper lip peels back above a row of sharp fangs.
Fatebinder's smell weakens, dims as strength dies.
Okay.
It's good to ask Beast Woman for advice. Even strong alpha needs cunning of bulwark at side.
Second in command of a beast tribe. Okay. How would you assess our progress?
On stealing territory of Beast Women lands humans call realms of Tearsmen. No Fatebinder claimed territory of Vendrian's well for self. Is good for pack. Should Kills in Shadow care outside of that? Fatebinder claimed Horizon Rock called Mountain Spire at Vendrian's well. Should claim more, take power as own, become stronger and stronger.
That's the plan.
Kyros rules own tribe and crushes threats to territory with attacks called edicts. Fatebinder should learn same mystic strength. Even Archons cannot win against edict. Yep. Our best attack we'll use to kill, survive.
How would you have us proceed?
Kill everyone. Become strongest.
Of course.
Is easiest, best path.
I agree with you.
Fear is best weapon for alphas. Give power over others. Kyros understands. To be prima must shed much blood. Must teach pack to obey at any cost.
Let's speak of something else.
Lead conversation. Beast Woman will follow.
Let's play a game. Immediately the Beast Woman perks up, back straightening as her red eyes roll you with interest.
Like playing with prey. Or with pack. We play sometimes with stone whelps. Rut, mate, slaughter.
Okay, well, hopefully we're not gonna do any of that except for the slaughter part. Unless... Bow chicka bow wow! Her dark maws part in a massive fangy grin.
I'm always down for a game. Unless it involves throwing and catching. In which case,
Is easy. Packmate chooses one of each. Rut, mate, slaughter. If prey is chosen, pack joins ensuing hunt. If packmate is chosen and both agree to game, then pack gets to watch.
What? What does that mean?
Rut, mate, slaughter, eh? Does it have to be 3 different people? I rutted with my old gang boss, Fine Ass. Mated him for a time, and then I killed him. Of all my days running with the chorus, I think I enjoyed Ass Gang the most.
Ass Gang? Seriously, wait, that was his name? Fine Ass? You're not just complimenting his, like, chiseled buttocks. No. It's his name, Fine Ass.
Oh, I get it. Okay. I'd rut Barrack, since Kyros' forces need a little pillage and rape in return. I'd mate with Verse, mostly to take half of whatever land she's going to someday conquer. Obviously, I'd kill Lantry. Who wouldn't?
What? I'm old enough to be everyone's father. This is disgusting.
Barrack looks at you and simply shakes his head in horror and disbelief.
How could Beast Woman choose any other? Would Rut ebb good and hot fast? Would mate alpha and would slaughter, carve back to pieces, slowly, savoring while slicing flesh from neck. Yep.
Is there a game like this? Wasn't it like kill fucking or marry or something? I don't know what this is some game that teenagers and millennials play or something. I don't know. Okay, Fatebinder wants you to bathe.
I'm bathing right now.
Okay, her red eyes brighten with amusement. Regain loyalty.
Don't simply drag your fetid tongue over another matted patch of fur. Stand under a waterfall or kneel in a stream. The crying statue in Edgering Ruins comes to mind.
Is washing with waterfall how packmate became trapped in iron? Did not think to shed iron shell first?
She runs her tongue over her fangs and rumbles a satisfied purr.
Should let Beast Woman prize shell from Ironclad. Then Kills in Shadow can play with disfavored inside. Yep.
It's hilarious. Do we have enough loyalty with you, to maybe ask you about your tribe? Let me know. Talk to me about your tribe. Okay, insufficient reputation. All right.
Lead conversation.
That's really funny.
Will follow.
Can we spar?
Beast Woman gets to play fight with Alpha.
She immediately perks up, salivating and snarling happily as she rises on hind legs and swipes several practice swings to limber up. She splays her dark claws wide and pins you with an eager, blood-thrilling stare.
Come!
Okay. Before you can step even a single foot forward, the Beast Woman surges for you without warning. Without waiting, tackling you hard about the waist. The force of her weight slams into you, her muscled shoulder rammed into your gut, and you both tumble for the ground in a tangle of limbs and hair and claws. Let's curl into a ball and whimper. No, let's headbutt her. Hands gripping her hairy shoulders to steady yourself, you ram your forehead as hard as you can into her swarthy snout. Bone crunches audibly and Kills in Shadow howls, rearing back as blood spates down the front of her chin and throat. She gnashes her red-tinged fangs, pained and furious and looking for a moment as she may very well tear your throat out. Then she licks the blood coating of her lips and grins at you dangerously. Gained major loyalty. That's incredible. Beast Woman likes fighting with Alpha. She purrs and carefully, sensually crawls back from you. Well. Hello, nurse. We should strategize how to best deal with our enemies and our allies.
Best way is with bloodshed, yep.
Yes, definitely. She grins wide, tongue lolling across her gleaming blade-sharp teeth.
Fatebinder has many allies. More enemies. Which do Fatebinder and Kills in Shadow on today?
Tell me more about the Beastmen tribes. Nope. Kills in Shadow scratches a hip, claws raking a rough patch of scar tissue bisecting the jut of her bone. Okay, well, other questions?
What now does Fatebinder wish to yip about?
Do we have enough loyalty to ask you about your tribe?
Am blessed of...
We do not.
Lead conversation.
Okay, bye-bye. Alright, let's actually get to, you know, do some stuff here. Citadel? I guess I don't really need to go there, right? Alright, well, let's go to Sunset Spire. Finally. With the Lethians crossing. Wow. And we've been ambushed, thank goodness. I thought we were gonna end this episode without any kind of action. But I'm really glad that's not true. Here we are, traveling across. Going to Lethian's Crossing. And there's no path there. What's this? A raider. Well then. Can we just go around them? Oh no. Okay. Hello there. We will loot your backpack first off. And you don't seem to care. Cool. Welby. A tall woman stands here, surveying the area from an overlook. From a small overlook, she glances at you and immediately goes back to watching her surroundings. Welcome to Ironhall Trail, Fatebinder of Tunon. She salutes you. My name is Welby, first axe for the Bronze Brotherhood. Though, I'm not sure that title matters anymore. She pauses to gather her thoughts, then opens her mouth to continue. Instead, she exhales slowly and shakes her head. Never mind, you needn't be burdened with my problems. While I appreciate you coming to me before speaking to to Reggie, you will need to be careful. He has of late been acting out of sorts, and any perceived slight can be a problem for the one who offends him. Choose your words with him carefully. What can I help you with? How could talking to you offend Reggie? You chose to speak to the first axe before speaking to the actual first brother, the bodyguard before the leader. How could this mean anything but collusion and treason? I know I speak out of turn, but I only wish to warn you. Tread lightly around Reggie. Tell me about the Bronze Brotherhood. Well, B laughs a little. We're mercenaries, plain and simple. I'm not gonna pretend like it's anything more. While it's true we have in recent years been a little more stationary than your typical crew, it doesn't change the fact that our services can be purchased if the price is right. Do we need to involve Bob Barker or Drew Carey in this? The voices made an offer to assure our cooperation and we took it. If I had known Kyros would try to have us thrown out of our home afterward, well, I probably would have still taken the rings, but I would have been a little more prepared for the inevitable conflict. Reggie will try to sell you on our long and noble traditions, like we're some kind of altruistic saints who can do no wrong. But that story is as old and smelly as Grandma Beastman's tall tail hairs. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not going to take a job that doesn't seem right to me, but a ring's a ring, and I'll go where the money leads me. One point Reggie and I will agree on is this: we did a job for Kyros, but we were not treated fairly. The Brotherhood is strong and we have numbers. We will fight to the last man. I just don't agree with Reggie's methods. What does it mean to be first axe? She sighs. I wish I knew, Fatebinder. The first axe protects and consults with the first brother. I am supposed to be Reggie's advisor, confidant, and guard. Lately his behavior has become erratic. He's acting paranoid, manic, and distrustful. My duty as first axe is to protect the first brother, but I'm also sworn to protect the Brotherhood, and if that means the removal of Reggie, so be it. He has too many supporters in Lethian's Crossing right now to speak out against him. What do you think has happened to Reggie? Honestly, I couldn't speak to the cause. The stress of leadership? The battle with Kyros' forces? His night in the old walls? Welby shrugs. Does it matter? His behavior is endangering the Brotherhood, and he must be stopped before we are destroyed. I fear people will be hurt by far more than a simple toll. She points south. He's over there searching corpses, looking for information I know he's not going to find. He ambushed a patrol. He's going to anger an Archon. And for what? His pride. How would you run the Brotherhood? I wouldn't waste time and resources on petty vendettas. That much I can tell you. I like battles and like rings, and with the Brotherhood, we used to get both regularly. Now all we have is fear, suspicion, and blood. I want the disciplined regiment back, and I intend to have it. While I may agree that we were treated unjustly, Reggie's methods for obtaining restitution is despicable. Alright, well yeah. True, acting like a child when you don't get what you want is not the behavior of a leader. Except in this case, the child is in control of an army capable of laying waste to his home. Let me ask you about something else. Why are you forcing travelers to pay a toll? Reggie will say it's because it's what we're due, and part of me is inclined to agree with him, but if I were pressed, I would say his pride is hurt and he's lashing out. He can be such a child sometimes. She looks quickly at her guards. Just watch yourself around him. He hasn't seemed completely in control of his faculties lately. It's frightening to see what he's become. That's all for now. Bye bye. So, are you gonna be mad that I talked to your second in command before talking to you? You gonna be angry? Aster? A small figure stands before some armor-clad soldiers. His arms move wildly as he gestures in frustration, yelling at the man directly in front of him. Absolutely not. I've come through Iron Hall Trail more times than I can remember. No one ever asked me for a toll before, and I won't be paying one now. He notices you standing nearby and turns to speak. Fatebinder, surely you, of all people, can help me. My name is Aster, and I must get to Lethian's Crossing. I have goods to deliver. Tell this man I will not be paying at all. To him or anyone. And he is to let me through. He folds his arms over his chest and nods with a pronounced finality. Greetings, Fatebinder. I'm sorry you have been drawn into this. What you've stumbled into here is merely a conflict of the changing times. I am Will of the Bronze Brotherhood. Ironhood Trail is under our protection and anyone passing through must obey our rules. This gentleman would like passage through our lands. A simple donation is required. He holds out his hand. These funds help our cause and keep Iron Hall a safe place for all travelers. Clearly you both can see the value in that. Aster speaks, his arms swinging about again, emphasizing his words. And who exactly is keeping it safe? You, standing there with your weapons at the ready against me? His arms drops and he turns to you again. I am not but a traveling merchant. I have no money to spare and I certainly pose no threat to anyone. Keep this area safe indeed. He points at Will. You're the only threat here. Fatebinder, please talk some sense into this man. So I can gain average favor with Lethian's Crossing. Or I can gain Wrath. Maybe... I don't know, I mean, do I lose favor with the other guys if we do that, or... Lethian's Crossing... Should I try to gain favor or wrath? I don't know. I'm thinking... Let's just go with... minor wrath with Lethian's Crossing. Alright, let's gain minor wrath, I don't know. Just because you passed through before means nothing. Pay the toll now or head back. You try my patience. Yeah, let's just try that. Yeah, because I'm role-playing like an evil character, right? Aster fumes for a few moments, his mouth comically opening and closing in rage. I cannot abide this level of absurdity. He rifles through his belongings and pulls out some rings, slamming them down into Will's outstretched hand. Fine, here's your toll, thief. Now get out of my way. He turns to you, a look of distaste on his face. I will not forget your help, Fatebinder. Will smiles and puts the rings in a pouch hanging from his neck. I knew you'd see it my way, Fatebinder. He makes an exaggerated flourish and moves out of Aster's way. And you, my good merchant, thank you for your gracious payment. You may pass. Is this gonna come back to bite me in the ass? Good God, I hope not. Will returns to his position and looks you over, his formal genial mood gone. So, a Fatebinder in a little corner of the world. Who'd have ever thought this would happen? He spits between his feet and crushes it into the dirt with his boot. Well, I appreciate your helping with dealing with a merchant. I'm afraid I can't let you pass until you have spoken with our leader, Reggie. Personally, I thought he was crazy saying you'd be visiting Lethian's Crossing. Looks like I owe him a few rings. He shakes a pouch around his neck, making the rings inside jingle melodically. Not that there's a shortage of those out here. What can this humble servant of the Brotherhood do for you, Fatebinder? And don't ask me to let you through, because that's not happening. You sure about that? Someone made the mistake of giving this little man too much power, and he's about to discover what happens when you stand in my way. If you think you can get him to move, do it. With pleasure. Hey, shitmeat. Do you plan on moving your ass this century, or do we have to stand here jawing like a bunch of graybeards? We're on a mission, and staring at your ugly mug and catching up on the past won't get it done any faster. Are you going to move on, or do I need to start cutting? Because I'm partial to either option. The mercenary's mouth hangs open in disbelief. He swallows and attempts to gather his pride. I would help you, but my boss told me to guard this bridge. No one gets by without Reggie's permission. And I gained wrath with the Bronze Brotherhood? Aw, man. Kyros, give me strength. You deserve this far more than I'm going to enjoy it. Verse swings her fist and lands a punch with a meaty whack, snapping back the mercenary's head. Will rubs his cheek. Hold on, I'm just doing my job. I apologize if I offended. Reggie will have my head if I let you through. There's nothing I can do about it. So where the hell's Reggie? Are you Reggie? There's Reggie. While you were talking to Will, a striking man with a shock of bright blonde hair approaches, moving away from some men searching bodies of slain soldiers to the south. He watches you intently as he closes, his angular features pulling into a look of disdain. And here's the Fatebinder. He doesn't mask the displeasure in his voice. I knew we'd see you. I was just wondering when. What brings you out here when no one asked you to come? Are Kyros' dogs ready to be put down again? I won't surrender the crossing no matter how many times you try to take it. We were hired to protect the city and we will continue to do so. No one else will have it. He glances at his men who have stopped to watch the conversation. With a start, they return to searching the bodies. Never mind, he waves a hand dismissively. I don't care why you're here. My name is Reggie. I'm the leader of the Bronze Brotherhood. But I'm sure you already know that. I couldn't help but see you over here, talking to Will and that traveling merchant. Only here for a moment and already sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, aren't you? I don't appreciate others invading my territory, Fatebinder. I told him he had to speak to you, Reggie. He wanted through, but I told him no. If you don't give me the signal, the Fatebinder isn't getting into Lethian's crossing. No one will invade your territory. Reggie stares at Will for a few moments, lips pursed, then continues as if Will never spoke. Speaking of which, what did Welby have to say? He looks north where Welby stands, watching you both intently. Has she already filling your mind with lies about me? She and I are going to have a chat soon. I can't have my first acts countermanding me at every turn. I know she wants my position. Watch yourself while you are a guest in my land. If you have come to stir up more trouble, we are well equipped and will not back down in the defense of whatever is rightfully ours. He sweeps his arm in front of him, gesturing to the surrounding countryside. Welby and I might not always agree, but that is one point we see eye to eye on. If you step out of line, we will both correct you. His eyes narrows and he leans forward towards you. You are not welcome here. Now tell me what you want to leave. I kind of want to go because I need to. It's the end of the episode and I don't want to drag this on, so I'll just leave. I certainly hope that isn't the case. Reggie, come back, dude.
On it.
I want to talk to you. Okay, so you're gonna be there. Okay, good. So yeah, let's leave it off here and come back again in the next episode. So, thanks for watching and have a good breakfast.